Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing great. My name's George, and this is the daily Sitrep where we will check what happened over the weekend. Today we will be covering the high time frame levels, looking for a possible swing trade. We will check together, like I said, what happened. We will find together the most important levels, and obviously we will design a trading plan maybe for today or maybe for the entire week. Okay, with that being said, definitely we need to start. I'll be covering today Bitcoin, and we will check ES2 because ES is at a very, very important level on the chart. And as we all know, there is a close correlation between the direct correlation between ES and Bitcoin. Sometimes that correlation is a bit off, but overall I would say the correlation is still there. So definitely we need to pay attention. Even if we are trading only Bitcoin, we still need to pay attention what's going on the ES chart. Okay, enough talking. Let's start with our technical analysis for today. Great. So as you all know, this is my high time frame level, this range, and most important, value area low of this range. Oh, and as you can see for the moment, this area, because we talk about an area, we talk about the range forming here, is this range is about 15%, right? So this is quite a big range, but I would say for the moment, this area, the value area of the high time frame range, is still resistance, right? So nothing much happened in the last 2 weeks, right? We've seen the price trying to break to the upside and pushing to the downside and down, and now once again we're just consolidating around this high time frame level. And this is not a surprise for me, and I said this many times. I mean, we've seen this range right here, we've seen the tops, bottoms, once again, and just before the drop we've seen this range forming. So this is not unusual. We've seen a range, we have a low here, then range. At that point in time, the value or low was still holding as support. No, the price was trying to break, but then this range breaking to the downside and giving the possibility of this entire bear market. Now we're back here, and for me, very, very bullish would be if the price will manage to break this local range to the upside, claiming and flipping the high time frame value or low to support, and that definitely opens the possibility for higher, for maybe the 50k area, the point of control of this range. We do have levels in between, but we talk about high time frame levels right now. But for the moment, that is not happening, right? So we need to pay attention to what do we have here. So this is our main level, the value or low of the high time frame range. The next important level is actually this one. That's why I mentioned that that level, this range, right, which happened just before the drop. And this level, as you can see, acted as a very good resistance in this section of the chart. Also this section of the chart. So it was our resistance, then it was claimed, flipped, up we go. Now this level should hold as support. If that will happen or not, we don't know, but definitely we need to check what's going on there. So that is another level to be taken into consideration. Also, psychological levels, 30k area, 25k area, then 20k area. So we have TA, we have psychological levels. So putting together just a bit of TA and just a bit of psychology, we can now design a trading plan, or at least we can find some very, very important levels that can be used when we are trading. Okay, I want to make sure everything looks good on my side, but just in case, I want to make sure sound is good. Thank you, my friend. Good morning from Belgium. Same here. So good morning, everyone. It's nice to have people in the chat. Great. Okay, so we know why the price is just consolidating here now. And the other thing that we could do is take a look at this range that we do have here. And when we do have a range, definitely we need to enable the fixed range. I know this is not new information. Maybe for some, this is boring information, but it is the most important information that we do have right now on the chart, right? So this local range, like I said, high time frame value area low, and this local range, where we can see right now that the value area low of this range is holding as support, right? And then we have point of control, value area high, obviously the top of the range. But let's hide everything that we do have in this area, and let's hide this one too, because we need to talk a bit about this range, about what's going on here. So definitely the support comes just a bit lower. Like I said, this level, the high time frame SNR flip level, like I have it marked on my chart, 25 222. But I would think about this as an area, so the 25k area. So the support the first layer of support comes just a bit lower, because this is how TIA works. Resistance, claim, flip. Now, at least at the first touch, this should hold as support. Again, I would think about this as an area. We do have a couple of levels. We will talk about it, but definitely if we don't see any kind of reaction here, that'll be quite bearish, because one would expect some sort of reaction around 25k psychological area. That being said, let's talk about what happened in this section of the chart, right? Well, now happened the 20k psychological area, now the push to the upside and so on. But let's focus just a bit about what do we actually have here, and what could be classified as strength and what could be classified as weakness here. That way, if we put together some information, maybe we will be able to determine if the next big move will be to the upside or it will be to the downside. Really doesn't matter, because as a trader, remember, as a trader, you make money from volatility. So the price could go to the upside, the price could go to the downside. You're a trader, you make money. This is what we teach here at Safehouse. TA important, execution important, keeping your emotion in check very important. But other than that, doesn't really matter for me if the price goes to the upside or the price goes to the downside. Okay, so we do have this range, and one of the first things that we need to check is market structure. I mean, the easiest tool ever, market structure. So higher high, basically higher low, great, claiming this section of the chart. And then we do have obviously higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So in this section of the chart, right, definitely more upside is possible, because we do have bullish market structure, no weakness, no nothing. Great. Another thing to pay attention to here was that actually the price took this low for a swing failure pattern, because this range started as a very, very small range, and obviously it extended for quite a bit right now. But let's pay attention to this. So the price took this high. Great. This is something that you want to see, right? So let's say this. Also, the price took this high. So low taken, I said high, I said low. Sorry about that. Low taken, high taken, right? So up to this point in time, there is basically the price could go to the upside. The price is doing exactly what the price should do within a range. Take the low, take the high, and definitely then follow the macro uptrend, which at that point in time, and still is to the upside. Great. Then after this section of the chart, let's delete this. We've seen a rejection, right? This is normal, and the price is making a higher low. This should be around golden pocket maybe, right? So just above 0.71, the level that I really, really like to trade. So fair enough. Up to this point in time, all good. Then the price pushing to the upside, new higher high on the chart, new higher high, more upside is possible, but in the same time, we are approaching resistance, 30k psychological area, and so on and so on. Great. Then we've seen this retracement, okay, giving the possibility of really good trade. And if I remember correctly, and I remember because we've seen this section of the chart, then the retracement, and then some more retracement. Again, very easy tools. Let's put it like this. Once again, golden pocket, and this level comes into play. Very interesting level, very good for trade. So to this point in time, everything looks good. I mean, retracement, price takes the lows, price takes the high, retracement to the golden pocket, new higher high, rejection, backtest of the golden pocket, more downside is possible. Great. So let's keep it very, very easy, right? Then the price moves here. Great. This is the moment when the range comes into play and the price is not taking this low. Basically, this is the lower low of the range. The price stops here and another push to the upside. So the price is making still doesn't take the low, so still can be classified as a higher low. And then we do have this section of the chart, right? When once again, guess what happened? Pull some fibs, right? And once again, this entire section of the chart, which is really, really important level, right? Really nice price action, right? But this is what we have. Retracement and then followed by a new lower low on the chart. So the price took the lows, swing failure pattern, failed auction, and now we are consolidating here. I want to take some time to understand what actually is happening in this range and the way I like to look at these levels. So very nice range, a lot of trades to be taken. Remember, this is top to bottom, almost 15%, the move, almost 50%. So definitely there are a lot of trades to be taken within this range. But right now we do have this problem, right? So remember, I started here, I said low taken, high taken, more upside is possible, the retracement, a new higher high. Now, for this range to continue and for strength, I would like to see, because the low was taken, great, swing failure pattern, failed auction, the back test, another back test, but now for strength, I would like to see a new higher high on the chart. If that happens, more upside is possible, or we can continue to trade this range. Let's say the price will do something like this, I don't know, something along these lines, but a new higher high, maybe we'll see here a swing failure pattern and or a failed auction, then we can trade it, some retracement, right? Then maybe the price will take the low and this range could continue forever. I like trading ranges, so I don't have a problem with that. However, if the price is not capable of making a new higher high, this is weakness, right? This is weakness on the chart. And at that point in time, I would expect this range to break to the downside. So that is the way I like to use market structure when I'm looking for a trade. So we are still in the range. The main trading idea should be the range, but higher time frame, price took the lows. Now the price needs to at least take the high or some sort of a double top or something like that. But if the price keeps making, so lower high, for the moment, lower high, that points out to more downside. We need to pay attention to this situation because it is very, very important. The market structure gives you the trend within a range or within a trend. As long as the market structure, the price follows the market structure to the upside or to the downside, really doesn't matter. That is the way to trade. But when the market structure begins to change, then you need to ask yourself, this could be a trend change, or we need to see what's going on in this area. So for me, definitely this is an area where I look for longs or no trade, but in the same time, I do understand that the price was not able in this section of the chart, or even here in this section of the chart, the price starts to create lower highs. So that is not the most bullish price action that I've seen. Doesn't mean it is bearish, but it is still something to take into consideration, right? Then we need to think about liquidity. Where do we have liquidity, right? Obviously, we had liquidity in this section of the chart because stop losses here, stop losses in this section of the chart. So we do have a lot of stop losses. Now that liquidity is taken, right? So there is no reason for the price, if this is the bullish case, there is no reason for the price to consolidate here. Now the price should push to the upside again if this is the bullish case. Right. So to the downside, the liquidity was taken. Obviously, we are creating locally, we are creating liquidity, stop losses, and so on. But high time frame, I would say the liquidity was taken. Now, let's talk about the top side of this range. Where do we have liquidity? Obviously, I mean, any kind of swing trade idea should be based on this high. So definitely, I do think that we do have liquidity there. And then we do have this section of the chart where, if we zoom in just a bit, we can see that the price making this high and then lower high, lower high. So the liquidity is not taken. So definitely we do have stop losses in this area. We do have stop losses in this area, right? So that is another piece of information that we need to take into consideration when we are designing a trading plan within this range. Remember, this is a big range, 15% top to bottom. So there are a lot of trades to be taken. Even here, locally, the price keeps making high, lower high, and during the weekend, another lower high, basically rejected from, where do you think it was rejected? Well, something along this line, golden pocket and 0.71. Easy trade if you are around in weekends, if you want to get involved. Basically, that's all you need for trading. So to recap this, we do have a range, right? Within this range, if we enable the fixed range, the value area low is holding as support, doing its job. This is what the value area low should do, right? Liquidity was taken, so great. You see a swing failure pattern, you trade the swing failure pattern, but now if this is the bullish case, the price needs to show me some strength, meaning the price needs to push to the upside. And overall, within this range, I would like to see a new higher high on the chart. That would give me, confidence that this is still the bullish case. As long as the price creates lower high, then I would say I would favor the bearish scenario, meaning this range will break to the downside. And then obviously we can talk about the levels that we do have to the downside, right? And remember, liquidity, we do have this section of the chart, right? And here, if we enable the horizontal levels, we can see that we still have this older weekly level, 27,573, which is our current resistance, right? It was support the first time, then flipped, and you can see basically what happened. So this is the first area. Now in between, obviously we do have untapped daily level, great, they are good for scalps, for day trades, but other than that, I would like to see this area taken weekly, right? Plus stop losses here. Then we move to the point of control of this range. We still have this high, and other than that, and this is the area where I am very, very interested in trading, especially if the price will be able to break this area, this weekly, and the point of control of this range. This is the area where it becomes like really, really, really interesting, because first of all, we do have the value area high of this range. Let's pull some fibs too, because why not? Okay, look at this. Golden pocket comes also in this section of the chart. So we do have a couple of levels, couple of confluences there. So we do have value area high of this range, give or take 29K area. Then we do have golden pocket, untapped weekly level, untapped daily level, so 29,237, untapped weekly level, 29,519, untapped daily level, plus, and the most important part of this, liquidity. stop losses, stop losses, stop losses. So I would think about this as an entire area. Yes, I know it is. That's why we trade based on reaction, because I would think about this entire section of the chart as an area, and this is almost 5%. So it's hard for me, or technically for anyone, to understand where, first of all, if the price will be able to push to that area, or where the price will stop. So this kind of trade, I mean, the easiest trade here would be a swing failure pattern of this entire section of the chart, swing failure pattern of this high, and then if the price, so the price action looked something like this, I know, take this, and then the price move to this area, swing failure pattern, and then the price get acceptance back into the value area of this range, that would be a very, very, very good trading setup, right? So it will look something like this, right? Swing failure pattern. We would give it just a bit of stop loss here, and definitely we need to think about booking profits to the downside. So technically value area low, for a day trade could be take profit 1, or at least check the reaction, check what's going on there. So losing after the swing failure pattern here, losing this entire section of the chart would be a sign of weakness. And then definitely that opens the possibility for the point of control, but I would like to see at least value area low, if not a new lower low on the chart. So that would be a valid trading idea. Obviously, this is not financial advice. This is only for educational purpose only, but that would be an area that, once again, I would be looking for a trade. I think I mentioned this in the last stream, I can't remember, but this is still a valid setup. The price could go as high as the next weekly and daily, which is 30,313 and 30,387. So very, very close together. It could tap this area, but the main trading idea should be a swing failure pattern of this liquidity area. And then if the price managed to get acceptance back into the value of this range, that opens the possibility, at least for point of control, but I would say, I would like lower point, the value are low, or a new lower low on the chart, where, depending on the reaction, this could actually go lower, or, we could still continue to trade this range. If this is not the case and the price will push, right, because like I said, we are trading based on reaction, and this section of the chart, the price becomes really, really impulsive and really, really strong trending day, then if this area will be breached, so no reaction here, then technically the next area on the chart would be a swing failure pattern of this high, where same story, we still have this daily level, untapped daily level, 31,342. So a swing failure pattern of this, of the high of the range, that would be good. You see a swing failure pattern, you trade a swing failure pattern, and same story. I would like to see the price moving to this area, to the value area low, value area high, sorry. Now, remember, this is a developing range, and the value area high and value area low, the position, also the point of control, could change at any point in time. So right now it is here, but maybe if the price moves to this area of the chart, the price, the value area high could be here. So check what's going on at the value area high, price get acceptance back into the range, then point of control, value area low, and a new lower low on the chart, right? So that would be the short trading opportunity. Now we can talk about this one, right? Possibly, yes, possibly. I mean, this weekly acting once again as a as resistance, but I do think that the better trading opportunity is somewhere in this area. So this liquidity area here around 30K psychological, or a swing failure pattern of the high, the top of the range. That would be the trades that I'll be looking, starting as a scalp, moving to a day trade, and possible swing trade depending on what's going on there, right? So that would be the short trades that I'll be looking for. And obviously, as a trader, we need to think about longs, and we need to think about shorts. Now, longs, you should be already in a long. I mean, this one, good trading opportunity. This one kind of, I mean, you should still be in this trade, right? But other than that, the swing trading opportunity was here when the price took the lows. Hopefully you book some profits in this section of the chart, and that was a, let's say you didn't get like the best entry possible, but something along these lines. Moving to the weekly, that's still a almost 5% trade. For take profit one, that would be good. But other than that, so if you're still in this trade, then you know this is great. But other than that, if we're thinking about a long here, then basically any of this retracement, this could be a good entry, right? Does it give me a lot of confidence? Well, that is something that we need to see. And if you trade somewhere in this area, right, your stop loss should be below this low. We don't want to overcomplicate this, so it looks something like this, right? So let's say you missed this one, but you got this retracement, right? Stop loss, no more than just below this low, no more than 0.5%. I don't want to give it a very, very wide stop loss, right? And other than that, you know, we still need to see a push at least to this, to the point of control, because like I said, this weekly is still our resistance. And if this is the bullish case, then, you know, the price should push at least past this high. So I would say, you know, that the point of control should be still in play. We are spending, the price is spending just a little bit too much time here. That's why I don't like. I mean, the price took the liquidity, great. The first touch of this weekly retracement, no problem. I would say that's normal. So this retracement, totally fine. Let's go, right? So your entry, your stop loss, your take profits, great. But now there's no time to spend. There's no reason to spend so much time here. Maybe this is consolidation, and maybe, I don't know, but this is the only thing. So, like I said, any of this retracement, decent trading opportunity, and it should push at least to take this high. If this is a good price action, and if this is not a very, very, very bearish case, should push to this section of the chart. But I would like to see the point of control, right? And obviously higher, but at least the point of control. But I would like to see the price starting to move. There's no reason. The price took the liquidity. The more we spend, the more we consolidate here, the less confidence I do have in this, in a long setup here. Here, no problem. Swing failure pattern, failed auction. You see it, you trade it, no problem. You book some profits, move your stop loss at entry, and you should be safe. After that, no, retracement, good, no problem. But other than that, like I said, we need to see the price. We need the bulls to show me some strength, or I would favor the bearish scenario. Okay, so I showed you the horizontal levels. Okay, no problem there. There's one thing that I would like to show you. And please allow me to hide this. And let's go to the monthly, because this is where it becomes like really, really interesting. And let's hide this, and let's hide the fixed range too, right? So monthly, we already have an untapped monthly here, and I will get to this level in just a bit. But also we do have the possibility for the moment, because we still have some days, couple of days left, just above 1 week. We do have the possibility of a new monthly level here, right? So that would be, again, I'm anticipating the price action. So obviously the price could do, could push, but we could have a monthly level here. So 29,237, right? Please think about this one, and please think about this one, and obviously this one. But this is 16K area, so we know this one interesting. For 23k area, interesting, and I'll get to that in just a bit. But now let's move to, let's say, daily, right? And let's enable the rest of the things that we do have on the chart. Okay, so we do have the golden pocket there, great. We do have the value are high, give or take in the same area, and we already have, if we enable the horizontal levels, where we already have a weekly and a daily, untapped weekly, untapped daily. So that is kind of important level on the chart. So that's why I wanted to mention this level. Again, I'm anticipating, now this is just a possibility, but this area is important, because if the price will manage to claim this section of the chart and no swing failure pattern here, then my best guess it will go for a new hard high on the chart, where depending on the reaction, you know, swing failure pattern, you trade it, bullish price action, you know, market structure and so on, you just ride the trend. This is interesting. The new possible monthly around 29,237. So this should act as resistance, this area. Again, if the price will manage to push to that area. Now, zooming up just a bit, right? And now maybe we need to disable the horizontal levels, because we do have kind of a lot of levels on the chart. Now we need to enable the upper range, right? Okay. And now let's think about the scenario. I mean, if this range will break to the upside, that'll be very, very bullish. And, you know, I'll be looking towards this high here for a possible reaction. So basically the top of this range, but other than that, you know, more upside is possible. How much more upside? We will have a lot of time to find some levels in between, but definitely claiming this, the 30k psychological area, will open the possibility for the 50k, again, psychological area. Not only psychological, but also we do have levels, we do have the point of control, we do have this high, and just a second, we do have a monthly level here, so 45,500. So definitely we do have some levels on that chart. So I'm not going to spend too much time, because the resistance is very, very clear. So I would like to spend some time thinking about support, right? So definitely, if we will see a new lower low on the chart, then the next support should be this level. Again, 20k psychological area. Other than that, we do have this low here for a possible swing failure pattern. Okay, give or take the same area, but below this one, also we should have a daily level there. Okay, untapped daily level 24,366. Maybe we'll see a reaction, maybe not. But again, if the price will move to this area for the bullish case, bullish meaning the price pushing to the upside. How much more to the upside? At this point in time, I would say this, the value area low of this range and the lows of this range, they could act as very, very good resistance. So, but same story, I would like to see a very, very fast reaction, maybe to this daily, and then the price pushing, like crazy, because other than that, we talk about the next important level to a downside. So maybe we'll see something like this, but I like to see this. So very, very fast price action, strong buyback, this level claimed, and then most important, the level, the price getting acceptance back into the value area of this range. If that happens, yeah, this looks very good. But this section of the chart has to be very explosive. Like, okay, boom, 25k area. At that point in time, now, if many traders will decide that this is the place to buy, I want to see fast reaction. I want to see strong buyback and the price pushing to the upside, right? If we start to see consolidation in this area, then I would favor once again the bearish scenario, meaning the price pushing lower. We need to see. And that brings me to the next important level on the chart, right? So let's hide this, because we do have this range, and then when this local range was broken to the downside, then we do have the other range, meaning this one, right? And this range, as you can see, so we do have the top of this range, right? Resistance, resistance. And then we do have the value area high of this range. So currently around 23,400 area. Also, I was showing you the monthly level. So remember, we do have a possible monthly level here around 29,300, and we do have an untapped daily level around 23K area. So this is important, right? So we start to build confluences. Value area high of this entire section of the chart, monthly level. On top of that, pull some fibs, something along these lines, golden pockets in the same area. So if this range will break to the downside and no reaction here at 25K area, then my best guess is that, you know, this is the next support to the downside. Again, think about this as an area. We do have a monthly here. We do have the value area high. We do have the golden pockets. We do have just a weekly below, so 22,167. So we do have a couple of levels here, right? But this area needs to hold, because if this area doesn't hold, then the next level is actually the low, where we do have this daily 20,194 low for a swing failure pattern and value area low, and the bulls, if the price, this is a big if, so we're talking about scenarios, right? For the moment, you know, I talked about this range. Now the range is still there, so as long as this range continues, I would always favor the trend, right? However, within this range, there are a couple of things that are a bit off, you know, for the bulls, meaning the market structure. So I would like the bulls to show me some strength. I would like to see the bulls claiming some levels, and I would say, yes, claim one level, and then we move to the next level on the chart. But for the moment, this is not happening. Obviously, this could change like today, later today, or tomorrow, or next week. So I'm totally fine with that. But high time frame and the way I like to design a trading plan, for the moment, this is not strength. This is weakness. And if this weakness will continue, then I have to prepare my next level to the downside. So the next level, like I said, 25K psychological area. Then we talk about the 23K area, right? And this is, in my opinion, this is where the bulls needs to step in. Because if this area will be lost, then there's not much to 20K, right? So we do have a daily, we do have this low. I really like this low. You know, this is a good time based on the reaction to reload. So you buy 20K, you sell 30K, and this can continue like forever, right? This is trading. You buy low and you sell high. Very easy. But this level, right? This level needs to hold, because if this level doesn't hold, then we do have value area low of this range, and then we have darkness here. This is what I call the darkness area, because if the price moves below 19K area, then it opens the possibility for, do you see this? It opens the possibility for this and possibly a new lower low on the chart, right? So level to level, we need to check the reaction at each level. Like I said, I'm not bearish, because it's like sometimes if I talk more about the levels to the downside, that means I'm bearish. No, I'm not bearish. This bullish and bearish is kind of old. We're traders. We make money from volatility. So I'm bullish up to a level, or I'm bearish down to the next level on the chart. So I don't think I'm not bearish, right? But technically, from what I see right now, again, this could change like in the next hour or so. Show me strength, and I say, look, this is good. We can move to the next level to the upside. But judging from what I see right now, I would favor the bearish scenario. That's why I spent some more time to explain the levels to the downside. So very easy. 25K psychological area, 23K area. This low, So 20K psychological area down to 19 below darkness and a new lower low on the chart. And this nice uptrend gone and possibly going lower, right? Like I said, I'm not bearish. I'm just giving you my opinion, about the next level on the chart. If the price manage within this range to at least break this weekly, then we can push here, and then we do come to this area where I want to trade, right? I explain. Then a new high, great. Price makes a new high, no swing failure pattern, no weakness, more upside is possible, but you need to show me that on the chart. Because other than that, that will be my bias, my hopes. Maybe I'm holding Bitcoin, maybe I'm not holding Bitcoin. So at that point in time, if I'm holding Bitcoin spot or I'm in a long, obviously my feelings, would be to the upside, but we need to check what's going on in this area. Show me strength on the chart, and I say, great, more upside is possible. But until that happens, I'm kind of favoring the bearish scenario. I'm open to both possibilities, but definitely for the moment, this is not strength. We need to see, we have our levels where we need to trade, set an alert, when or if the price goes there, check the reaction, decide if there is a trade for you or not. Like I said, obviously this is not financial advice. So this is Bitcoin, right? We're in the range. Let's continue to trade this range, especially for scalp day trades. For more upside, I showed you the levels that I need to see claimed. Show me bull price action, show me strength, show me a lot of buys. Then I would say more upside is possible, no problem. But until that happens, we're here, value are low, still holding as support, but this is not strength. This is just support holding. Support holding, support holding, support holding, but you know the rule about any SNR flip level, the more it gets tested, the weaker it becomes. So the bulls needs to show me some strength, and then I'll say, hey, more upside is possible, no problem. Great, that took a bit longer than I was expecting, but when I start to talk about TA and levels and stuff, this usually happens. Other than that, very well defined levels. I talked, maybe this will be your TA for if you want to take this into consideration. Obviously, this could be the TA for the next week, next month, or even more. This is high time frame levels, and this usually doesn't change. So this is decent TA in my opinion, like I said, for high time frame. Yes, let's move to ES, because ES is also obviously what would you expect. if you know me, the way I trade, the way I like to do my TA, this is the high time frame range. You would expect the range, right? And within this range, definitely, I mean, the value area of this range was very, very good. And remember, we still have this high volume node here. So this one, the point of control was moving from here to here to here, back to here, and now we're back to this area. What information I can get from this, from the point of control? These are very, very important levels within this high time frame range. Those are very, very important levels to trade. And a lot of traders are interested in getting involved here. Okay, now let's move to this section of the chart, right? So we had, starting with this high, great liquidity, and then the price moved here, right? And then we've seen this range, right, where the price was making lower high, lower high, lower high, and then more downside. Remember this? Look at the Bitcoin chart. This is weakness. The price is not able to push. Price was not able to push. Boom. There we go. Right? Great. But in the same time, what's this creating is liquidity. And then we start to see this section of the chart, Obviously the price found support here and then it pushed once again to the to the upside. Great. And we start to see this. The price taking the first high, retracement. Great. But support, because you can see resistance, resistance, now flip to support, support. Great. First high taken, retracement, but support is still holding. The price is pushing once again to the upside, taking high, high, high taken, boom, retracement. Great. So we're forming a range, and let's enable this range. Right, so we're forming a range here, right? So very, very important. Value area high, value area low, very well respected. But price makes a high high, price makes a low low. Price makes a higher high, price makes a lower low. Price makes a higher high. Obviously, you not expect this to happen overnight, but it took like 1, 2, 3, 4 days. 1, 2, 3 days to the downside. So, but the symmetry of this range is still there, right? Again, high taken, low taken, high taken, low taken, high taken. So the symmetry is still there. The uptrend is still intact, right? This very good trading opportunity, very good trading opportunity, very good trading opportunity, same on, and still this is good, but the uptrend is still here. And now the liquidity was taken. I was looking at this, right? Let's mark this for a swing failure pattern. Liquidity taken. Obviously one could mark this one too. Liquidity taken too, but I'm more interested in this section of the chart, right? So this is what we do have right now on the chart. So high taken, and I was updating my team. Let's go to here. So basically the price was here and no, actually was consolidating above this level. So I said, look, the only trading idea here is a short or no trade, like clean and clear, right? But we need to see what is the confirmation and what are the levels to actually to trade on this chart, right? So definitely we can trade it as a swing failure pattern, which is not the case because this is not a swing failure pattern. So from a swing failure pattern, we move to a failed auction, right? Great. We want to see the confirmation for the failed auction, and that then more downside is possible. However, within this range that the price was forming here, this happened, right? So swing failure pattern, right? Swing failure pattern here, then the price moved to this section of the chart where we actually got this failed auction. And not only that, but as you can see for the moment, this high is our resistance, resistance, and now maybe you'll see another backtest here. So definitely this is for this chart. This chart, this is a decent move. I mean, it's 0.8%, something along this line. For scalps, for day trades, this is totally fine and very, very technical. So this is what we do have right now. So locally, for more upside, I would like to see this level claim because it acted as resistance, then claimed, failed auction, lost, and since then it is our resistance, resistance, and we need to see. So if the price will manage to claim this level, 42.08, then a new high is possible on the chart. As long as this level is holding as resistance, then we get back to our range. The next important level on the chart is actually the value area high of this range. If the price after this failed auction, if the price managed to get acceptance back into the value area of this range and no swing failure pattern this low, then we can continue to trade the range. Point of control, value area low, and possibly a new lower low on the chart, right? So this is how you design a trading plan, starting with a high time frame, moving to lower time frames. Swing failure pattern, failed auction, they give really, really good results. If you add a fixed range, now obviously you can pull some fibs, some horizontal levels, but I don't overcomplicate the TA on this chart. This should be more than enough to keep you, to provide you very, very good levels. Now, this is what's happening locally, but we need to get back to the high time frame levels, because like I said, this locally, great, we can trade it, no problem there. However, and this range was a very, very good range, right? However, this is not weakness, right? This is not weakness. I showed you the symmetry, price taking the high, price taking the low, high taken, low taken, high taken. So this is symmetry and still bullish. And the next important level on the chart, right, would be the value area high. Value area high plus this high for a possible swing failure pattern. And if we add to this mix just a bit of, you know, something along these lines, right? Just a bit of fibs, we can see that we also have the golden pocket here. So breaking this range to the upside and actually claiming the point of control of this range, that would be bullish. And the next area that one would expect a possible reaction would be this area, value area high, this high, and the golden pocket. Claim this area, and then we don't have too much in between. We do have a couple of heights, but that definitely opens the possibility for a new higher high on the chart, right? That would be the next level. So pay attention to this section of the chart, right? Value area high, this high, golden pocket, claim this. So no rejection, no reaction whatsoever. That's bullish. And the price could potentially move higher. In the same time, if the price here locally gets acceptance back into the value area of this local range, that's weakness. And then we move to the point of control of this local range, and also point of control of the high time frame range. Lose this one, value area low, a new lower low on the chart, and that is where we start to, if that happens, I mean, if something like this will happen here, something like this, if this range, this entire section of the chart will break to the downside, and if the point of control will be flipped to resistance, then yeah, bearish price action, right? And we go here, right? Or even lower, who knows? But we do not have confirmation for that. We need to use the information that we do have on the chart right now. And for the moment, this is not bearish price action. We are at resistance. Obviously here is more, it's easier to trade shorts, right? Longs possible too, starting as a scalp, as a day trade, so no problem there. But other than that, for a swing trade, a short would be easier. You have your invalidation, you know, if you get stopped out, no problem. You have your risk management in play, you know, and everything else. So definitely it's not realistic to think about, you know, I will win all the trades. No, there are losses. Losses are part of this game, wins and losses. It is more important the risk management and the psychological level. How do you handle these losses? But other than that, this is how the ES chart looks, in my opinion. We are at resistance, but this is not bearish price action, not yet. We need to see some levels lost, right? And then we do have the next important level to the upside. And we need to see if the correlation is still there, because if this one starts to push, my best guess, Bitcoin should push here. If we start to see this one rejecting, getting acceptance back into the value area of this range and point of control and the lows of the range, then, you know, in my opinion, the possibilities for Bitcoin to move lower to follow ES are increasing. But I'm open to a disconnection between the two charts. We need to see what's going on, and basically you have the levels, or at least the levels that I'm looking. Check if there is a reaction. If you like what you see, take the trade. Don't forget about risk management, position size, and book some profits. on the way up or on the way down. Okay, so this is Bitcoin and this is ES. Not much to add to this TA. I want to check if I do have some questions. Hello, thank you. It's a cactus pattern, could be. Okay, no questions, then hopefully everyone understood what I'm trying to say. Yes, there are a bit of levels here, but if you can navigate in between these levels, and that would be for scalps, so for example, from the weekly to the first daily, that's 0.75%, to this one, that's 1.7%. That's quite a bit, right, for scalps and everything. But like I said, definitely for more upside, I would like to see at least the price pushing to the weekly, but I would like the point of control. Yeah. And that could be if you're in a long from here or from here, that could be another, say, profit, and so on and so on. And you do have your levels to the upside, and let's see what would be the next move. Or to the downside, for me, pretty much is the same, where we do have this level, and then we get back to the 23K area. Lose that area, and yeah, that opens the possibility for 20K. Not bullish, not bearish, just level to level. Check the reaction, like I said, decide if there is a trade for you or not. Okay, I think that would be all for this sessions. For the public stream, I'll catch you. So next Monday will be Victor covering. Then I'll catch you in 2 weeks, and hopefully we'll get a good setup. And for the premium members, definitely I'll catch you all in Discord after this after the stream. Until then, thank you for everything. Cheers and bye bye.